Okay, good afternoon, students. Okay, so let's just recap. The last time we did area of a circle, and we know that area of a circle is pi r squared. And we basically learned how to calculate the area of a circle given the radius and given the diameter. So as promised, today we're going to learn to find the area of a circle given the circumference. Remember, the circumference is basically the perimeter of the circle. It's that distance around the circle, okay? So that's the circumference, okay? So the formula for circumference, so C is equal to 2 pi r or pi d. And we know now that pi is a standard measurement, which is equal to 3.14 or 22/7. All right, so let's see. Given C is equal to, let's say, 10. Let's say we have a circumference of 10, and we want to find the area of this circle. Okay, so C is 10, and we want to find the area of the circle. Okay, so we're going to use this formula. C is equal to 2 pi r, and we know here that C is 10 is equal to 2 pi r. Okay, we basically need to know what the radius is, since the area is equal to pi r squared. Okay, so first let's solve this part of this equation. Since 10 is equal to 2 pi r, and we know what pi is, so let's plug in for pi. 10 is equal to 2 times 3.14 r. Let's calculate this. This basically would be, let's bring our calculator on, and let's punch in 2 times 3.14 equals 6.28. So here we have 10 is equal to 6.28 r. Now, from our experience with solving equation, we want to isolate the r. How do we isolate this r, since 6.28 times r? Okay, we're going to use inverse operation. Remember, since this is multiplication, we are going to divide. So let's divide by 6.28. That cancels. And if whatever we do to one side of an equation, we must do to the other side. Remember, so we must divide by 6.28 on this side as well. So let's see what that gets us. Let us clear. So punch in 10, divide by 6.28 equals, and we got 1.59. So here r is equal to 1.59. Okay, so now we have our radius. So now we can find the area of this circle, because A is equal to pi r squared. All right, so we take it over here. Now we have our pi, which is 3.14, and we have our radius to be 1.59 squared. So if we square this, let's see what we'll get. Bring in our calculator again. Okay, so let's punch in 3.14 times 1.59 squared. Enter. Okay, so area is equal to 7.93. And we can round this 8 and make it 7.94. Okay, so let it be 4. Okay, and that's your area. Okay, so to recap, we found the area of this circle given the circumference. And the circumference formula was 2 pi r. Okay, so we basically had to isolate the r to find what the radius was. And we used that from our knowledge of solving equations. And when we found what r was, we plugged it into our equation so that we could find the area of the circle.